How do we identify the vicegerent of God? The appointment of God's vicegerent or messenger, who is the most knowledgeable, and commanding the religiously accountable ones to obey him is inevitable in every era. This means that there must be a messenger or vicegerent appointed by God during our time and at all other times as well. And we, as the ones who are accountable from a religious standpoint, are commanded to follow him. But the question is, how can we identify him? Did God give us a way to recognize this vicegerent, or did he abandon us? Sayyid Ahmed Alhasan says in the book Ideology of Islam, "We need a law that can always identify the vicegerent. Otherwise, the purpose of vicegerency, which is to guide people and make them aware of God Almighty and his commands, wishes, and prohibitions, would be defeated. Therefore, we need a law for identifying the authority that has been in effect since the first day of dispatching a vicegerent and will remain effective until the day of judgment. At the very least, the law must be in effect for a period of time that lasts until the end of the usefulness and benefit of the message brought by the messenger. For instance, the message of Muhammad continues to this day. So what law can we use to identify the vicegerent of God? In the book Ideology of Islam, Sayyid Ahmed Alhasan demonstrates that the law which is congruent with reason and wisdom is to appoint a vicegerent. He is the most knowledgeable and commands the religiously accountable ones to obey him. Sayyid Ahmed Alhasan gives an example. To clarify this matter, we will give an example of a ship and its owner. If the owner of a ship wanted to send his ship out to sea for some venture, and if he is more knowledgeable and wise than everyone else, he would need to appoint a captain or leader and choose the most knowledgeable crew member. He would also order the workers and ship's crew to obey him. If the owner neglected any of these matters, he would be unwise and foolish. The ship's owner should appoint a captain or leader. If he doesn't and the ship sinks, wouldn't this action be described as foolish or unwise? Also, if the owner appoints him captain of the ship, but he is not the most knowledgeable leader from among the crew, and an emergency event caused the ship to sink due to his lack of knowledge in handling this emergency, wouldn't the actions of the ship's owner be described as foolish and unwise? Isn't it more appropriate to choose the most knowledgeable of those present, or to provide the one who is chosen with the necessary knowledge to be the most efficient and capable to lead the ship to safety? If we assume that the owner did appoint a captain for the ship who was the most knowledgeable and capable among them to lead, but the owner did not order the people to obey him, and the people acted separately and individually, leading to chaos or damage, wouldn't the owner be described as unwise and foolish? What is the true benefit of appointing the most capable leader if the people are not obligated to obey him? Any wise and reasonable person recognizes the truth in this, that a leader must be appointed and must possess or be provided with the knowledge required to lead. And as the leader, he must order the people to obey him. But how do we know who it is that God has appointed specifically? Stay tuned for the answer in the next episode.